Okay, let's talk about that glowing screen in your hand. Yeah, that one. We all have this really complicated relationship with it, especially when it comes to getting a good night's sleep. It's a connection that is just full of contradictions, and today, we're going to unpack them.
So, it all boils down to this one big question, right? Is all this tech our sleep's worst enemy, or could it actually be its greatest ally? It's a paradox, for sure, and it's one we're going to dive into right now. All right, first up, let's start with the side of the story we all know a little too well, the problem.
You know the drill. It's that late-night scrolling, the ping of just one more notification, the blue light from the screen basically screaming, "Hey, stay awake," at your brain. Let's be honest, our devices are often the main reason we're tossing and turning. They're a huge source of sleep disruption in our world today. But, and this is a big but, here's where the story takes a really fascinating turn. Because technology isn't just the villain in this story. In a pretty wild twist, it's also popping up as the potential hero.
And this, right here, just perfectly captures the crazy paradox of our modern life. The very same thing that's causing the problem, our plugged-in, always-on digital world, is also creating these unbelievable innovations designed specifically to help us sleep better.
And you know, this goes way beyond just putting your phone on Do Not Disturb mode. We are talking about super sophisticated sleep trackers that can analyze your REM cycles, smart mattresses that literally adjust their temperature to your body, and wellness apps that can guide you to sleep with meditation. The tech is getting smarter and smarter.
So, problem solved, right? We just use the good tech to fight the bad tech. Well, unfortunately, it is not that simple. And this is where a personal problem really balloons into a much, much bigger societal one.
This brings us to a really critical concept called sleep equity. It's this fundamental idea that a good night's rest shouldn't be some kind of luxury item. It should be something that's accessible to every single person, no matter how much money they make.
Because the hard truth is, all this amazing new sleep technology, it often exists on the other side of a huge digital divide. So if you can't afford that smart mattress or the latest wearable gadget, you're stuck with all the sleep-disrupting parts of tech, but none of the solutions. And that just makes the gap in well-being even wider.
I think this quote just frames the ultimate goal so perfectly. The real mission here isn't just to keep creating cool new gadgets, but to do it in a way that includes everyone. To make sure that technology becomes a bridge that connects everybody to better sleep, not just another wall keeping people out. So, okay, it's one thing to point out the problem, but how do we actually build that bridge? How do we get to a place where rest is more equitable for everyone?
Well, it looks like the path forward really has three main lanes. First, we need to educate all of us on how to use the tech we already have in a smarter, more mindful way. Second, we have to actively work to close that digital divide and improve access for more people. And finally, and this is the big one, we've got to tackle affordability to make these amazing tools genuinely inclusive for all.
You know, when you put it all together, this whole situation feels like a kind of technological wake-up call.
So, look, there is no simple answer here. There's no easy good guy or bad guy label to slap on technology. The real goal is to keep having a smarter, more honest conversation about this stuff. Because as our tech keeps evolving, you can bet the challenges and the opportunities are going to evolve right along with it.
Which leaves us with one final and pretty crucial question to think about. As our world keeps getting smarter and smarter, how do we make sure that we all rest better? It's not just about what the technology can do. It's about what we as a society decide to do with it. And that's something for all of us to sleep on.